Hello children, welcome in the second video of the changes in the family and neighborhood. As in previous video, we have seen the number of members in the family does not remain the same. They may increase or decrease over a period of time. Reasons for changing in the number of members are marriages, birth, death and migration. We have seen about migration. Moving from one place to another in order to live there is called migration, and it takes place due to taking up of jobs or occupation, or the children going to other place for education. Now today we are going to see how birds also migrate. Many birds migrate in search of food and shelter. Have you seen a flock of swans flying in a V shape, V formation in the sky? Have you heard about the beautiful flamingos? Every year they migrate from one place to another at a fixed time. Some birds fly far away, while others do not go very far. We can see flamingos at several places in Maharashtra between October and March. Birds fly in a flock. Even though they stay together in a flock, they do not have families or neighbors like human beings. Yes. Sometimes you may see in the sky flock of birds moving, flying, and whenever you see V shape formation in the sky, so they are swans. They are flying in V shape formation. They move in groups, whether they are flying, we are talking about birds or the animals on the land. Always they move in groups from one place to another. So every year they migrate. Why? In search of food, and they have a fixed time for migration. Some birds fly away very far and some they do not. In Maharashtra, you may observe flamingos in the month of October to March, in between October to March, and they stay together in a group of birds. As you know, it is called as flock, and they do not have families or neighbors like human beings. So now see the pictures along. Look at the picture of stamps given out. Which changes are depicted on the stamps? If you see the stamps and the pictures on it, how the discovery takes place in India, accordingly the stamps are changed. Like first you can see, I think that is a paper mill, and in second, telephone, third, aeroplane, then train, and then the farmer. It shows how the changes takes place as the time passes. When a member of the family goes far away for some reason, he stays in touch with the family through letter, telephone calls, and now the internet. These modern means of communication have brought the world closer. Yeah, very true. If you talk to your grandparents and tell them to share about their parents, how their life was, so you'll come to know that time nothing was there. there were no phone, there was telegram at that time, and the people, if they want to send any message, then they will send 1 month before, and death message, so definitely was very hard in villages, because no communication facility was there in villages at that time, when your parents was there. But later on discoveries take place, and accordingly telephone, then mobile, then internet. Now with the internet you can talk around the world, you can see anyone around the world through the internet. So which is I think a very good gift for everyone, good advantage of mobile, like if internet service, the people, the like relatives or the family members who are staying abroad or unable to come to their place for 5 years, so they can have a conversation, they can have a talk with their family members through the internet. So I think you children are very blessed that you have born in this modern means of, where you can have a modern means of communication, and which bring the world closer. From ancient time to the present, the nature of a family has undergone many changes. When man took up agriculture for his livelihood, he settled down in one place. A lot of people are required to do the work needed in agriculture. Therefore, many relations stay together and form a big family. As the family grew, it became impossible to feed everyone through farming alone. Trade and other new occupations developed. Cities began to grow. People began to migrate to places where they could find work. Big families were scattered into many small families. See, that is true. In ancient time, man was at one place. They settled down at the river bank. When they come to know that they can grow the crops, I think they can survive. So that time they settled down at one place, and for agriculture or farming, one require it is not the work of one man show. It requires more people. So what they have done, they started getting together, like mother's brother, they come and they stay with the sister, or brother's brother, they all stay together, so that they can work together, and this form a big family. But as the time passes, it was very hard, it was very impossible to feed everyone through the farming. So what they have done, trade and other new occupations developed. Then cities began to grow. How cities grow? People from villages, they move towards the city in search of work, in search of higher education. The children who are studying very well in villages, at that time colleges were not there. So what they have done, they moved towards the city for a higher education. And when they got higher education, definitely they won't come back to the village. They will work over in the cities only. So in this manner, big families scattered into a small family. In recent years, the number of people going to other states and countries for work and education has increased greatly. Many families have one of their members living abroad or in another city in our own country. Therefore, the family system is also changing. Previously, people used to migrate from village to city, but nowadays we can see people are leaving the country. They are moving towards abroad, because in abroad they are getting more money as compared to India. So they are moving towards their leaving their own country, and nowadays family system is totally changed. We can find nuclear family with one or two child. Just as there are changes in the family, there are changes in the neighborhood too. Yeah, definitely. Like in my family, some people move away, so definitely in my neighbors also, for some other reason, their family members also get increase or decrease. Changes takes place in our neighborhood also. So now children, this you have to do. This is an activity. You have to collect information about any 3 families living near you. Which is their home, town, native place. When and why did the family move from their home, town to this place? What changes did they see here? So this is in short a type of interview you have to take from your neighbors. You have to go in 3 different families and find out the answers of these 3 questions. Anyhow, I am going to send you in the worksheet, but remember you have to do this. People migrate for jobs, occupation or education. As we migrate, we see the diversity in our country. We are introduced to different festivals, foods and customs and traditions. At the same time, we also realize that as human beings, we are all alike. See, we are introduced to different festival, food, custom and tradition in our neighborhood. We have daily contact with our neighbors living in the same locality. We need each other's help to solve problems of, like we talk on different issue with our neighbors on garbage or water, electricity or security. So we have a diversity, we can see a diversity in our neighborhood, because if you are of Punjabi or Bengali or Telugu, then your neighbor will be of Marathi or Gujarati. So in this manner we learn their tradition, their custom, their food, as we are exchanging our food, our thoughts with each other in day-to-day life. Do you know, children, some people need to migrate frequently for work. Sugarcane harvester or construction workers and other like them keep moving to places where they can find work. Wherever and whenever they migrate, their children are given admission in the local school. Yeah. See, this sugarcane harvester, whenever the sugarcane get harvested, when the crop grown, at the time the farmer do harvesting, they take out that crop, they cut the crop. Cutting of crop is called as harvesting. We are going to learn about harvesting in EVS 1 as our chapter is going on. So this sugarcane harvester, they have to move from one place to another, because they don't have, they are the laborers. Whoever, whenever call them, they have to go there. And construction workers, whenever buildings are constructed, then the people are working over there. Those laborers, they can't sit. Once the building work is over, then they have to go with their work to other building. So in this manner, they keep on moving from one place to another, and their children get the admission in the local school. See, indirectly the education of these children get affected if the parents are moving continuously. Now, can you tell? You can see in this first picture, this is the time where I think this is the afternoon time, where the ladies are sitting together after completion of their household chore of morning. They are talking and the children are playing. And in second picture, the neighbors are exchanging their food. Whatever, your mother also exchange the food with the neighbor. Whenever you are cooking any delicious item, you exchange with your neighbors. And you may experience this also, which you can see in the third picture. Like sometimes your parents has to go outside suddenly, and they will keep the key at the neighbor's house. And after the school, when you go back home, you come to know by a neighbor aunt that your mother has gone outside for some work and she has kept the key with her. So you will collect the key and you will go home. So here, what do you see in the picture? What kinds of things do you exchange with your neighbors? This answer you have to write in the activity. Apart from our family, we also have daily contact with our neighbors. We live in the same locality. We need each other's help to solve problems of garbage, security, water and electricity, as I said earlier. In times of need, it is our neighbors who help us till our relatives can reach us. Due to the help we give each other, our relationship with our neighbors becomes friendly. Friendly and harmonious relations make for joyful community life. Yeah, definitely. If you live friendly with each other, see, neighbors are not only at your home. Whenever you are sitting in the class, the child who is sitting beside you, he is a neighbor of you. And if you both are having same good understanding among themselves, then you will enjoy the class. Otherwise, there is a problem. You will go again to the teacher. Miss, he is beating me, or she is disturbing me, like this. Daily a day starts in the school with the complaints and end with the complaints. Or neighbors you will get whenever you are going in a journey, long journey, in the bus or train. The people who are sitting beside you, they are your neighbors. So we talk with them so that our journey will get short by talking. How the time passes if we talk with each other, with other people. If you sit quietly, you will get bored. So, for the enjoyment, to enjoy the journey, you talk with your neighbors. So, friendly and harmonious relations make for joyful community life. Wherever you go, if you find good neighbors, then our life will be very joyful. So children, what we have learned, let us recapitulate. The number of people in a family does not remain the same. The number of people in a family may change due to marriage, birth, death, and migration. As we migrate, we see the diversity in our country. We get to see the variety in festivals, food items, customs, and traditions. Just as our family changes, so do the other families in our neighborhood. Because of the help we offer each other, our relation with our neighbors become friendly. Friendly and harmonious relation make for joyful community. So I think children, we are very well understood, and whatever things if you are not doing after learning this, you have to imbibe all these qualities in you and live a joyful life. So thank you children. God bless you all.